Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio. And now, here's our host, Dr. Vanessa Anceloni.
Welcome, dear listener, to Kardec Radio. We are here live from Chantilly, Virginia. Happy to tell you that there are Spiritist songs for you to teach Spiritism to your kids and to youth. Can you believe it? Yes, it is true. And we have here with us to help us understand the making of these songs, the importance of them, and how they can really teach our kids about spirituality and Spiritism. Alba Morales and Steve Shepard from the Spiritist Society of Baltimore, they are going to be here delighting us with stories that you will be amazed. And in the meantime, we're also going to broadcast some of the songs we actually use at the Spike program at the Spiritist Society of Baltimore and the Spiritist Society of Virginia. You know, the Spike program is the Spiritist program for youth and children. And that's the way we talk about spirituality for kids, for youth. There's so much to talk about. Allan Kardec, in the book, the Spirit's book, the first Spiritist book in the world, published in 1857, he actually asked the spirits about the importance of childhood. And they said quite clearly that that's a very important time in a reincarnation in which we have open doors in the physical body to really plant the seeds of new teachings, spiritual teachings, moral teachings, ethical teachings, intellectual teachings. So the best time for us to teach about Spiritism, about spirituality, about religiousness, about God, is when they are in their first 7 years of life. Not only the first 7 years, but mostly. And we would say in pregnancy is also a most important time. So it begins way before we get pregnant. During pregnancy and prenatal life, there is an opportunity also for you to teach about Spiritism and spirituality and God to your future baby to be. And later on in childhood, each and every moment, there is an opportunity. And you know what? What would be a better way to teach about spirituality, God, religiousness, spirituality, Spiritism, if not through songs? Children love songs, and songs are good means for it. We'll understand more as Alba Morales and Steve Shepard tell us more about the making of these songs. For now, we want to welcome you into this live program. If you have any question or if you have any comment, you can call us today at 858-769-4705 and talk to us live. If you don't want to call, you can always go to the Blog Talk Radio chat room where we are live, and you can type in your question or comment. We're going to read it live for everyone who is here with us. If not, you can always go to kardecradio.com. There's a contact form and send us your comments, your questions. We'll be happy to assist you. Now, let us kickstart the program today with a message by Joana de Angelis. Joana de Angelis, in the book and CD, Living and Loving, she talks about being always in peace. And it's not a bad idea to be always in peace. So let us listen to this message. If you want to buy the CD and the book, just go to the ssbaltimore.org website and buy at the bookstore. Beautiful gifts for this holiday season that is just approaching us. Always in peace for you. After the break, Alba Morales and Steve Shepard from the Spiritist Society of Baltimore will be here to tell us about Spiritist songs for kids and youth.
Chapter 17. Always in Peace.
The violence that alarms mankind and bewilders the whole planet springs from the hidden aggressiveness within the hearts of people. It generates both instability and unhappiness. Any display of evil produces unexpected reactions that may lead to hopelessness and belligerence. Jesus advised, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation." It was a warning to remind us to keep a balanced attitude and attend to our duties. Whatever the circumstances you might be struggling against, keep your peace. Be stern, but avoid rudeness. Enforce discipline, but avert violence. Promote education, but oppose aggressiveness. Whatever you do, do it peacefully. When mistreated or suffering, hold your peace at all costs so that you may keep your tranquility. Jesus was always calm, ineffable, and serene, regardless of circumstances around him. Real peace is rooted in absolute confidence in God. Remain undisturbed, do all the good you can, and do not line up with those who complain, are violent, or unreasonable. Your peace reveals your life as much as the way you live affects the environment around you.
We will return to our program after these messages.
New release, Liberation. In this compelling narrative, Andre Louise emphasizes the work of high-order spirits in the effort to convert the spirit Gregorio to the good, an effort that culminates with the unforgettable re-encounter with his mother, herself a highly evolved spirit, wherein he surrenders to the irresistible call of love. The book also contains information on how unhappy spirits act as they try to involve incarnates in their wiles. The spirit author tells of the intercession of high-order spirits on behalf of human beings, demonstrating the divine compassion that grants to all the blessed opportunity to free themselves by means of study, labor, and persevering service in the practice of the good. Buy your copy today at www.ediceiofamerica.com.
Spread the word. Kardec Radio, to learn more about Spiritism.
Want Spiritist books for your children? At Edicei of America, you will find a collection of them. From the best-selling book, Our Father, in which the Spirit Mei through Chico Xavier brought countless poems, stories, and folk tales based on the Lord's Prayer, to the beautiful and educational collection by the author Adelson Sales on Back to School and many others. Buy your copy today at www.ediceiofamerica.com.
Nourish your soul with Kardec Radio.
If you missed out on previous shows, no worries. We have an on-demand sections of all previous shows and interviews. Go to our website, www.kardecradio.com.
Nourish your soul with Kardec Radio.
Spiritism for Everyone, the online study of Spiritism. This year with the in-depth study of the book Genesis by Allan Kardec. Join us every Wednesday evening through the web from any computer or mobile device, no matter where you are in the U.S. or the world. Spiritism for Everyone is free, open to all, and requires no registration. For more information, go to www.spiritist.us. Spiritism for Everyone is a program of the United States Spiritist Council.
And now we return to our program.
Dear listener, we are here talking about Spiritist songs for youth and kids. The importance of it, how it can teach about God, spirituality, us, immortal spirits, much more. To make us understand, to help us understand even more how these songs can be very empowering. We have here with us Alba Morales, who is one of the coordinators of the Spiritist program for youth and kids in the Spiritist out of Baltimore, and Steve Shepard, who is also a member of the Spiritist out of Baltimore, and we would say he is also the leading force in the musical aspects of spirituality and spiritism at the SSB. Thank you, Alba and Steve, for being with us today at Kardec Radio.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
You know, it's so interesting. We talk about songs, Spiritist songs that are coming along to teach Spiritism to kids. And in that regard, Alba, as an educator, you are an educator by profession, but also you have the role of coordinating these educational efforts at the SSB as well. What is the importance, Alba, of teaching Spiritism to kids and youth?
Well, the importance, and also we can go to the sixth book, basically lays in because we are immortal spirits. You know, in question and answer 171, basically Kardec asks the spirit, what is the purpose of moral education? That is another way to say spiritual education or spirit teaching. And the spirits, they respond that is to accomplish in our existence whatever we couldn't accomplish or complete in a previous life. So basically we are here in a new reincarnation as an opportunity for us to learn or to fix or to repair whatever we commit in the past out of ignorance. So we need to keep in mind that a child is a millennium spirit in the body of a child. That's right. The memory of previous life, it is like in a zip file. We have it very high in our conscience. So we don't remember what we did, but we are here very open to learn. So the importance is to provide the children with the tools and with the guidance for them to accomplish and fulfill their reincarnatory plan, as well as this is a goal, not only as an individual goal, but as a humanity for the betterment of planet Earth. So not only educators, spiritist educators, are responsible for the education of the children, the moral education of the children, but first and foremost are parents. So the important lays, and allow me to repeat, lays in we need as an adult to provide our children with the guidance and tools for them morally fulfill their reincarnatory plan, to be a better individual and to have a better world.
Yeah, and especially nowadays, right, Alba, the challenges of raising a child nowadays they are greater because they are exposed to so much more than in previous generations. There are so many options that if they don't have a secure guidance, they may get lost. And Steve is also a parent. You can also tell, right, Steve, the importance of teaching spirituality and God-related concepts and attitudes to our kids, right?
Excuse me, absolutely. Especially in the early years, it's important to set the tone and the direction as soon as possible in the early years. We had some of our children who had the advantage of spiritual learning early, and some that started late, and you can see the difference that those that started late are still struggling.
Exactly, and that's so right. When people start late, saying like some parents, they claim, I'm gonna teach about God and religiousness to my kids when they are adults, because right now they don't understand. And as Abba was saying, the immortal soul is capturing everything, though they may not express to us because physically they are limited, but the seeds are being planted, and that's the most important part, correct?
Yes, and allow me to say, Vanessa, that Joanna de Angelis, through the hands of the medium Vivaldo Franco, she wrote a book called Family Constellation, which is a fantastic book to guide parents, educators, and everybody who is interacting with children. And in chapter 22, she expressed that religious orientation is the parent's responsibility, but it's also the responsibility of educators to give the children, and she gives the name of a moral shelter. So even currently as a child or in the future as a youth or as an adult, they're struggling in life. They're going to find obstacles because that's part of life. And if the parents are not nearby or somebody to support them, they will have in themselves the strength and the seed of God that is telling them what is the right thing to do and how to endure these obstacles or challenges with resignation and with happiness and with the vision of a better future. So basically, this moral education or religious education in the sense of moral education, it is important because we are going to build moral muscles in our children, meaning they will have the skills and the ability, morally speaking, to live a life and to overcome challenges or even also to accept the blessings that are in their life. So we are providing them as a parent, right? We provide them with the basic needs, with a home, with food, education. So this is a basic need. Because so what is a soul, what is a human being is going to truly have to go through life, whatever is planned in their heart and in their mind.
Exactly. And Alba, as you're saying about basic need, it comes to our mind the main question that we want to ask the listener. I mean, is there a most basic need than the need to stay connected to God? Is there one more important than that? No. So as St. Augustine said in the Gospel According to Spiritism, chapter 14, item 9, the mission of parents is to lead their children to God. Bottom line, that's all. There's nothing else that is more important. Without God, we are nothing, and that's basically it. Now, Steve, you and Alba have been working together with these songs, but please help us understand how music can teach us about God and spirituality. You have also long experience when you were participating in the church and then in the Spiritist Center in Baltimore. Can you please tell us about how music can be empowering, spiritually speaking?
Absolutely. I've been involved with music basically just about all of my life. I guess also I've been involved in spiritual activities most of that time as well. And to me, music is a very important component of communication, actually. Words and study is one thing. Music adds a new dimension of vibration. And in that vibration, it communicates without the worry of language and of the ability to speak. So, as you say, while you're in pregnancy, the child can hear the music. Young children can feel and understand the music. And then even the older adults hear and absorb the music, and it comes into them in a special way, retaining the concepts in a stronger and more permanent and internalized way. So, music in all forms, orchestra, opera, many operas people go to, they hear, they enjoy, and it's in a language they don't understand, but they get some real sense out of it.
Exactly.
So, it's another level of communicating, and the spiritual songs that have messages and the vibrations really help teach and help internalize that concept in every person's person who listens.
Exactly. So it's also a common, like it's ancient practice in humanity that songs can make people feel connected or stay in this spiritual connection, right, Steve? Throughout all religions and even in the shaman, in the more tribal settings, for example, music has always been a way to make people feel connected to God and to the higher forces, etc. And it wouldn't be any different in the Spiritist setting as well.
Exactly. Chants and music has been around probably, I would say, since the beginning of manhood.
Yes, that's correct. So we're going to give a short break now, but when we come back, we're going to start broadcasting one of the songs that children have been singing at the Spiritist side of Baltimore, at the Spirit side of Virginia, and at other places. And we're going to discuss about how these songs came along with Alba Morales and Steve Shepard right after this break.
We will return to our program after these messages.
Getting to the Light. Spiritist Therapy for Discarnate Spirits is a small book that offers guidance to Spiritist practitioners and Spiritist counselors. Purchase your copy at www.ssbaltimore.org.
Nourish Your Soul with Kardec Radio.
If you missed out on a previous shows, no worries. We have an on-demand section of all previous shows and interviews. Go to our website at www.kardecradio.com.
Spread the word. Kardec Radio, to learn more about Spiritism. Help prevent suicide by reading and sharing these books with others. 2 great books are available to help in this Kardec Radio campaign to prevent suicide. Suicide, All You Need to Know, by the international Spiritist speaker Richard Simonetti. You can buy your copy at www.roundtablepublishing-uk.com. Also, Memoirs of a Suicide by the medium Yvonne Pereda. Buy your copy today at www.ediceiofamerica.com.
Kardec Radio, live every Saturday at 11 a.m.
Kardec Radio now offers more programs during the week and weekends. Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can follow the beautiful program God at Home with Francisca Kranz and the British Spiritist community. They will brighten your days by doing a God at Home meeting wherever you are in the world, while teaching you how to do the same in your own home with your family and friends. Every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will hear incredibly inspirational Spiritist talks directly broadcasted by Spiritist Network. They will be true educational moments to carry out to immortality. Every Saturday, live interviews, Bridging Health and Spiritism with the host Dr. Vanessa Anceloni. You may ask questions to the interviewed guests by calling 858-769-4705. And every Sunday, tune in the Spiritist Awareness at Kardec Radio. You will hear a series of segments on a diversity of Spiritist topics. Kardec will broadcast the Spiritist Moment with Kirsten DeMello, the reading of the Spiritist book by John DeRosa and Steve Shepard, Spiritism in Your Life with Drs. Marco and Joyce Magalhães, Spiritism and the Gospel with Luis Sergio Marotta, Spiritist Education for Youth and Children with Bernadette Leal, Spiritist Music with James Marotta, Neuroscience and Spiritism with Dr. Vanessa Anceloni, and many more segments coming soon. Enjoy it all and nourish your soul with Kardec Radio.
And now we return to our program.
We are here talking about Spiritist songs for kids and youth, and we're going to stream to you right now, before we start discussing the making of it, one of the songs that has been leading song at the Spirit side of Baltimore and the Spirit side of Virginia, very popular with the kids and youth. Let's go. Let us listen to this, enjoy, and then talk about how this came along.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Reincarnation is our song. We sing the song of hope. We sing the song of love. All together, let's go. Jesus is waiting for us. Reincarnation is the path as we learn the way to God. Sing out the power of love as we sing our praise to God. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Reincarnation is our song. We sing the song of hope. We sing the song of love. All together, let's go. Jesus is waiting for us.
Wow, this is really powerful, and we know children love this song. It's about let's go. Reincarnation's our song. It's the path to learn, it's path to God. It's a song of hope, song of love, and at the end, Jesus is waiting for us. So, Alva, how do these songs, can you share with us about how they came along, some of these songs at the SSB?
Yes, Vanessa, sure. At the SSB, as in most of the spirit centers, we have a mediumistic meeting. The purpose of this mediumistic meeting is to assist spirits in suffering with different kinds of difficulties. But also in these mediumistic meetings, we have received messages from our mentors to guide us in the work that we are doing in the Spirit Center, to instruct us. They communicate to us just to give us a hand in the work that we're doing. So in this turn, we have received messages from the team of spirit educators, because it is important for us to remember that the work that we do at the Spirit Center, it is not coming out of our very own brains, to say it that way. This is a work that has been planned way ahead of time, even before we reincarnate. The true directors, the true guides of a Spirit Center are mentors or enlightened beings. So there is a team of educators. They have a plan. Through inspiration, they communicate this plan to us, or in a more ostensible way, through mediumship. So the way we received these songs was through the writing or psychographic mediumship, in which one of the spirit educators dictates to the medium the lyrics of the songs. And also, this medium could have the opportunity to listen to the song by a choir of spirits in the form of children. So the medium write down to automatic writing the lyrics and have the opportunity to listen the music. I'm talking basically about 2 or 3 mediums that we have at the SSB. But we don't have the musical skills to write down the music, actually. So that's the first. This is like a work in different phases. So the first step is writing down the lyrics by through inspiration or direct psychographing, and then in the second part, I believe Steve is going to help us with that. But basically, this happened during the mediumistic meetings that we have at the center. through automatic writing.
Mhm. And this has been like a work from the spiritual realm, as you said, coordinated, I remember, mostly by the team of spirits that are connected also to the spirit May May, the one that is the spirit author of the book Our Father, through Chico Xavier. And her team has been leading these efforts. But as you said, when it comes to the lyrics, the melody in itself, it's hard for us, the mediums, really to put it all together. We keep the rhythm in our minds, but then it comes Steve Shepard, and Steve is not present in those meetings at the time. That's the most fascinating aspect. And I remember when we sent the lyrics to him, he later got the melody for it. So, Steve, can you tell us how you helped in this process? How you felt the right melody for the songs, the lyrics that you got in your hands?
Yeah, I can try. It's very difficult to try and describe a creative process, and a lot of times, it's just receiving, being receptive, as you said, to spirit direction. When I was playing as a youth in a band, I would write the music, and a friend of mine would write the words. So that's a role that I usually played. And up until about a year ago, I hadn't really written a complete song, words and music. So I'm used to looking at words and trying and finding or being inspired to find a melody. So sometimes, you read the words, and for me, sometimes a melody will actually jump out and say, this is how it should sound. Other times, it'll take time. I have to let it sit. I have to go back to it and think about it, or not think about it, just let it coalesce. And over time, things begin to happen. I might put a melody down. I might put a certain style, fast or slow, ballad or upbeat, and then decide later to change it to a different style. So in the case of Let's Go, from what I remember, I think that was actually two sets of words that were given to me, and I put them together because they seemed to fit. And I think in the final song it fits very well together. And so, the melody just comes from trying different things. I can't describe an actual process, as well as the pitch. How high and low should the notes be? And clearly, I do that to try to fit my voice, but sometimes I'll hear that it's got to be sung a specific way, and I'll write it that way. Another important factor in the songs Let's Go and Child of God in particular, and actually some of the other songs as well, while I'm recording the songs, I want to involve the family and get a full family sound. So Michael was in there. It was funny. He towards the middle of the song, he was responsible for adding some clapping sounds, which really, I think, helped the song nicely. And we had Lydia and Philania sing along, and it really gave a nice full family feel to the song.
Oh, wow. That's a family effort. That's so special, too. But so let us talk a little bit about the song Let's Go that we just heard. Let's Go. Right. Alba, would you like to share some thoughts regarding this song in particular, please?
Yes, this song was communicated especially for one of our summer camps because we have different seasons. We plan the spirit education for children in seasons, and summer camp is like a big deal for us because it's really, we spend one day all together, the children and the family, working and learning in our spirituality through activities, dynamics, fun activities that are going to help us to build this moral muscle that we were talking about at the beginning. So spirits also, they want us to give us something that is energetic, something that sticks in our mind, and something that we can connect with. So let's go. The lyrics sound simple, although they're not. So let's go with the rhythm, with the melody. It's going to speak in our minds and in our hearts, and it's kind of spread a feeling of joy that we are not alone in this journey of progress and evolution. So the song is helping us to bond together. And one of the beautiful things of this song and all the songs actually that we have received through mediumistic meetings is like the mediums, they got the lyrics, they could listen to the melody. Sometimes the mediums remember certain parts of the melody, but when the final product comes after the process of inspiration that these go through, when we listen, we say, oh, that is the song. That was the song we were listening in the mediumistic meeting. That is exactly the song. And it's very connected with our feelings. And for the kids, they will remember forever the song. And when we have these lyrics in our mind, even when we wake up, we are with the lyrics. We are remembering the song. So there is a way for also to connect with the joy of life and with the beauty of life.
That is true. That is true. And Steve, when the lyrics of this song, "Let's Go," is so simple, but at the same time so powerful. When you were talking about how empowering songs can be to teach about God and spirituality, it's fascinating, right? To see that this song so straightforward, but at the same time so deep. Your experience at the SSB with the summer camps and the Spike program, what can you tell about the children's reactions when they sing this song? Can you recall anything in particular?
I don't recall a specific reaction. I do recall, though, that it was immediately accepted and it was fun to do. As you said, because the main verse was nice and simple, let's go, Jesus is waiting for us. We were able to sing along very quickly. We had some sing-alongs, and it was a very enjoyable experience for them. We actually was able, during the summer camp, we performed the song outside, and they were able to sing and have fun, and you could see, dance with the song. It was a great experience.
That's true. We're going to play one more time because people are asking about that, if they can listen to it again. And soon after, we're going to talk about the most special song that is very, very popular, probably one of the most special ones, Child of God. Let us just play Let's Go again so people have a feeling. Feel it, dear listener. Feel it and play it for your kids. It can be very empowering.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Reincarnation is our song. We sing the song of hope. We sing the song of love. All together, let's go. Jesus is waiting for us. Reincarnation is the path as we learn the way to God. Sing out the power of love as we sing our praise to God. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Reincarnation is our song. We sing the song of hope. We sing the song of love. All together, let's go. Jesus is waiting for us.
Yes, let's go. Jesus is waiting for us. Reincarnation is our song. And this is a song of love and of hope. Now we're going to talk about a song that became quite popular at the Spike program, at the SSB, and also at the Spiritist out of Virginia. It's the song Child of God, most special. And we're going to talk about this song that was played at very different times, and especially last year in November, we had a special event in tribute to our dear Selena Shepherd, and she is the wife, the beloved wife of Steve Shepherd. She is already in the spiritual realm, taking care of so many things and the family and everything, and she also sung this song with Steve Shepherd together with Lydia and Michael. Let us listen to this song, and then Steve and Alba are going to tell us about the behind the scenes on the making of this song.
I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I am a spirit living on earth. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I reincarnated to learn to do good. Reincarnation, the path of progress. Reincarnation, the way to become good. Reincarnation, the opportunity to achieve true happiness. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I am a spirit living on earth. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I reincarnated to learn to do good.
We reincarnated to learn to do good. This and much more you can listen and also watch as Daniel Santos kindly is sharing here with us the songs and the videos. As he said before, it's very important to teach spirituality for children, especially also when they are over 7 years of age, because nowadays preteens and teenagers also need a lot of help. And Daniel is here sharing with us that you can go to the YouTube channel and get the clip on the song Child of God, as well as the one that we heard before, Let's Go. If you have any question about it, if you're not here right now listening to the live program, don't worry. You just drop off a line at cardiacradio.com contact form, and we're going to send to you the link. But you can Google it, Child of God, Spirit Side of Baltimore, and there it is. Let's Go is also a clip that is there. So now, Steve and Alba, when we talk about this most special song, it has so much, probably the most important concept of all, that we are children of God. Alba, what would you like to highlight about the importance of this song when we teach this spirituality for kids and youth?
Yes, this is a very dear song for my heart because it is giving us the opportunity to make a direct connection, and we use the figure of a telephone to make a direct phone call, to send a text message if we want it, to God without intermediaries. So this song also is giving us the basic principles of Spiritism. First of all, God as our creator, as the main intelligence. We are spirits, immortal spirits. We are living on earth, and it means we will live in different planets in the future, or we live in other planets in the past. It's talking about the plurality of the different planets in which there are spirits living, and also giving us the sense of reincarnation. And the reincarnation, it is the opportunity to achieve true happiness. True happiness as the development of the spirit. So this song is a very sweet kind that is talking directly to our heart, to our immortal heart, making us feel that God is always watching over us, that we are never alone, that God is supporting us and guiding us even in the most difficult moments of our life. So, and also, I remember later on after the song came, very spontaneous. I don't remember it was the kids or it was with Steve when we were singing. We had some lyrics like, I am a child of God, and then we repeat, you are a child of God, and then we repeat, we are the children of God. So to include everybody. So one of the beautiful things of this song is that it's giving us and also giving the children and youth the sense and feeling that it's always God will be with us no matter what. But it is up to us to be connected and to create that communication, that direct line with him or with her.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's correct. These are good observations, Alba. And Steve, last November we had a special event for Selenia in your area, and I remember this was one of the songs that were played, and it's a most special song also because Selenia participated in the singing of this song together with Michael and Lydia. Can you tell us more about this and also the making of the melody of it?
Yeah, this one is one of the special songs, as everyone is saying, and all of the songs are very much fun. Over the years, it looks like about 14 or so songs have been created. Diamond in Prayer is another very heartfelt song, but this one just has a melody and a vibration that's very special. So originally, the original version you played was just I am a child of God, and the verses. And it included Selenia and Lydia and Michael, and we really had a lot of fun and creating it, and it just came out so very well. Later on, I was able to preserve Selenia and Lydia and Michael's part, Selenia mostly, and add the other verses of You Are and We Are, and that was a more inclusive version. Then finally, it was, as you said, on November 4th, we did a version of the song, and I added another special tribute verse to the song. But also, it was very special that evening because we had the children of the SSB participate, and they sang a portion of it and had a little dance routine that was just so very heartwarming and special. It was just a great experience.
Exactly. Wow. And I know Selenia also appreciated very much this song.
Very much.
Right? And Steve, there is one thing we want to mention is the cultural features of the song, the melodies, because as you were in charge of being inspired to receive like the right tune for the lyrics of each and every of these 14 plus songs, you kept it very true to our American setting. Are we correct? Or because I know the Spiritist songs, for example, in Brazil, they have a different tune, they have a different rhythm, etc. You can tell there is a very good identification with the American tune. Are we correct? What would you say in that regard?
Yeah, I think that is true. I filter my experiences. I filter the music I can put out through my experiences. So I'm very much influenced by all of the music that was made and put out in the 60s, the folk songs, the folk protest songs, people trying to make the world a better place. And I guess I'll have to mention I'm very much influenced by the general style of how the Beatles played their songs. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's components of that floating around inside these songs as well. At least I would hope so.
Yeah, that's very special. So people may be asking if they can listen to it again, and we're going to play Child of God again for you. And after the break, we have more. We have more songs, more about the making of them, which is so special, and how the great spirits, they haven't forgot about us because they are everywhere and elsewhere in the world, bringing new teachings, songs, and new programs for everyone who is willing to teach children, youth, adults about Spiritism. Listen to Child of God again, and after the break, we have more for you.
I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I am a spirit living on earth. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I reincarnated to learn to do good. Reincarnation, the path of progress. Reincarnation, the way to become good. Reincarnation, the opportunity to achieve true happiness. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I am a spirit living on earth. I am a child of God. I am a child of God. I reincarnated to learn to do good.
We will return to our program after these messages. Books of Andre Luis. Through the hands of the most prolific medium of all times, Chico Javier, the spirit doctor Andre Luis wrote a series of books that unveil the mechanisms of life and life after life. From the best-selling novel No Solar, Our Home, to And Life Goes On, the reader will find illumination for a fulfilled life on Earth as well as immortal happiness. Check the many titles available at the international distributor, EDI CEI of America. Their website is www.ediceiofamerica.com. Spread the word. Kardec Radio, to learn more about Spiritism.
Spiritist Network, your gateway to on-demand Spiritist videos. www.spiritistnetwork.com.
Nourish your soul with Kardec Radio.
Traveling to another country? Immigrating elsewhere? Prepare yourself by reading the book Among Brothers of Other Lands, in which several loving and wise spirits wrote through the hands of Chico Xavier and Waldo Vieira, telling all of us the tips and hints of a successful transition to a new land. Buy your copy today at www.ediceiofamerica.com.
Do you want Spiritist books for your children? At Odyssey of America, you'll find a collection of them, from the best-selling book Our Father, in which the Spirit May, through Chico Xavier, brought countless poems, stories, and folk tales based on the Lord's Prayer, to the beautiful and educational collection by the author Eda Wilson Salles on Back to School and many others. Buy your copy today at www.odysseyofamerica.com.
And now we return to our program.
Dear listener, we're talking about songs that teach us about ourselves, our connection with God. Like the song Child of God, it says, I am a child of God, a reincarnated to learn to do good. This and much more has been brought in by the team of the Spiritist side of Baltimore, in which Alba Morales and Steve Shepard participated very actively. And they are here with us, telling us much about the teachings of the songs and also about the making of the songs. And as we talked right before the break, we're talking to Steve Shepard about one particularity of these songs is that when putting together the melody, Steve really kept it true to the American spirit, to the American tune, which makes it also very, very special. Though it's not restricted because, songs nowadays are so universal, we would say. It's worldwide, at worldwide reach. And there is another song here that talks about the importance of loving ourselves. I Love Myself is the next song we want to play to you, as this is also taught to kids at the SPIKE program, the Spiritist program for youth and children. Let us listen to this, and soon after, Steve and Alba are going to help us understand more about the empowering effect of this song.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, this is a song that talks about and teach about the importance of loving ourselves. As Jesus said, we, as a second commandment, we should love others as we love ourselves. So we need to learn to love ourselves, and it says, I love myself, I know what to do, I eat well, I have the power, and also I make good decisions. It's unbelievable the powerful words that this song brings to us. Very cute, very short, but at the same time very powerful. Alba, as an educator, what would you highlight in regards to this song and its educational power?
Well, this song is wonderful because, first of all, it's giving us like a short affirmation. We know how thoughts think and whatever we think becomes a reality in our life. So this song is created in a short affirmation. I love myself. That's the first one. And if we keep repeating and repeating and repeating, we're going to start loving ourselves. We're going to communicate this to our physical body, to our cells that are alive, and they're going to feel this love, and we're going to feel better. And also there is a part that says, and I love my spiritual body too. Making us aware that we are just reincarnated in this planet Earth, but we have another spiritual body. So from the point of view of education, is giving the kids and the children the opportunity to choose right by themselves. The song is empowering the child or the kid to make good decisions. It's a simple example. When they're having lunch at the school, they have opportunities there, different choices to serve in their plate. But let's imagine a child having this song in his or her mind. Somehow, it's going to make a good decision because already have the affirmation in his mind. He's going to be eat healthy, he's going to drink a lot of water, and he's also being aware of the responsibility of taking care of he or herself. In what sense? It doesn't matter I am a child. It doesn't matter I'm a child. I depend of my parents and adults. I am responsible for this body that God gave me because, this body is very personal. I need to have this body, this beautiful machine, working very well because I need to use it for all my life to accomplish what I need to accomplish. And it's a personal responsibility. Yes, my parents are going to take care of me, but ultimately, I am the one who's taking care of my own body. I am the one who's loving myself. And also, this song helps to prevent being a victim of bullying. How come? I am happy with my body. When I am happy with myself and when I love myself, I accept myself the way that I am. It doesn't matter if I'm tall, short, big, skinny, there are different shapes and colors, and that's the beautiful of creation. But it's also empowering me to accept myself the way I am. So when these situations of bullying are coming through the school, a child with this affirmation in her mind is going to be strong to overcome this situation and say, you know what? It doesn't matter what you say because I love myself and I make good decisions. Right. So it's really it's a really empowering song. Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right. When you talked about bullying, this song can be also very effective in that regard as a preventative or like as a shield for them to keep themselves grounded in that concept that what is important is what I think about myself, not necessarily what others may see, and talks about the importance of taking care of the physical body and the spiritual body because he talks about the spiritual body too. That's so right, Alba, right? And because also, Alba, some people, when they talk about spirituality, they often forget that spirituality encompasses the caring for the body as well. Many people are like, oh, I'm so spiritual, but they are careless about their physical body. And this song goes hand in hand with that message in the Gospel according to Spiritism, take care of body and spirit, which is in the chapter Be Perfect. And the Spirit talks about the importance of taking care of the physical body as well, because it's the means for us to be reincarnated, correct?
Yes, that's correct. And Joanna de Angelis, in the book Open Your Heart and Find Happiness, in chapter 18, if I'm not mistaken, she talks about the importance of taking care of the body because it's the vehicle that we are using to actually be here on planet Earth. And this vehicle has the features that we need and that we need to do what is necessary for us to do. And taking care of our body is also acknowledge that creation. When I regret my body, when I'm not happy with my body, when I say, oh, look that nose, look that ears, indirectly I'm telling God, you didn't did a good job with me. Which is not true. God is perfect and does, right? So it's also helping us to accept what we have and to love this beautiful machine that is very complex and is helping us to go through life.
Exactly. You said it all very well. It helps us go through life in itself. But Steve, when you put together, this is such an interesting rhythm to the song. Would you say anything in particular that you recall when you were being inspired by the putting together of the melody of this song?
I just remember that this was something that felt should be very upbeat and catchy, and I think it highlights the importance, as we said earlier, of how music really helps internalize the message and makes it. It's a catchy tune, and then the main verse is "I love myself," so it gets stuck in your head. And I can imagine children, and everyone going and being able to repeat the affirmation because it's stuck in their head, and they just, you hear it and say, "I love myself," and that's great. That's great to be able to say that.
And I tell you,
yes.
It's so catchy. I can't forget to say this, Steve. You're so right. It's so catchy that I remember the first time you played it. I'll never forget one of the kids. He was jumping up and down, literally, when singing this song.
That's nice. Yeah.
Right? I'll never forget that.
That's right. That's right. And this recording is actually an early recording of the song. I had just put it together, and I came down to the SSB, and I played it for Alba and others that were there. And I think it was Danielle had a recorder, and he captured the song on recording. And it's a very nice, very good, spontaneous take of the song. And I especially enjoyed hearing Alba participate. I think she added a good tone to the song as well.
Good job, Alba.
Vanessa,
sure.
me to add to Steve's comment and your comment about the kid jumping. One of the things that we incorporate to the song is also a kinesthetic element. In other words, we move. There is the component of the music, the lyric, but also we move. We add some movements to the song. So it's also, the memory is stronger. When we move our arms, when we move our legs, our body in certain forms, like a dancing, not dance, but putting movement to the song, it also helps all of us to remember the lyrics, to really put it deep down in our minds. And sometimes when we are in the Spike program, just by doing just with the movement, no music, no lyrics, we immediately connect and we say, oh, we're talking about I love myself. Oh, that is child of God. Oh, that's because art, as Leon Denis said, God is beauty, and the way human beings express beauty is through art. And music, the writing, the lyrics, and the movement of our body is an expression of this beauty that is connected with our spirit. So it's like a whole didactic there to really help us to boost ourselves.
Yes, you brought in Leon Denis now with, again, the concept of spirituality and art. And certainly Leon Denis is the way to go. And I'll never forget, Alba, when Divaldo Franco mentioned, and the prediction is that in this new generation to come, spirits of high elevation are going to come also to bring greater art form and spirituality in this generation that is reincarnated right now. So we await the time in which art in itself shall be transformed to greater spirituality with this new generation. And especially because people are looking forward to living at a more peaceful and harmonious time. And there is a song that was actually not put together by the SSP, but we're going to play here, Peace for Peace. It's the last song we're going to play for you, dear listener. We're going to make comments about this, but we want to discuss a little bit about the making of this song. Peace for Peace is actually originally composed in Portuguese, Paz pela Paz, by Nando Cordel, who is a very renowned Brazilian composer and singer who got very enchanted by Divaldo Franco's Peace and You movement. And he put together this song, Peace for Peace, but in Portuguese. And I recall when Daniel Santos and I were visiting the Mansion of the Way in December of 2007, I remember watching Divaldo Franco and other people with tons of people singing this song. There were more than 16,000 people at the time at a square in the city of Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. And I remember listening to Joana de Angelis' recommendation, Vanessa, go ahead and put it in English. So the first version of the song in English, Peace for Peace, was actually put together at the Mansion of the Way while we were there. And then we brought it to the United States, and Angelica, who is a musician, she helped us, set in better tunes. And then finally, when it got to the hands of Steve Shepard, we got to the very version that you're going to listen to now. And then we're going to discuss a little bit more about how important this song is also for the educational purposes of our kids and youth. Let us listen to this song.
Peace in the world begins with me. When I choose love inside, I'm truly happy. When we are kind to one another, we know true love and greatness in our hearts. The time has come for building peace on earth. We don't believe in the lack of love. Peace for peace. To our children, peace for peace. Our forests, peace for peace. And for the courage to transform. Peace for peace. In truth and justice, peace for peace. And in the freedom, peace for peace. And in the beauty of loving you. Peace in the world begins with me. When I choose love inside, I'm truly happy. When we are kind to one another, we know true love and greatness in our hearts. The time has come for building peace on earth. We don't believe in the lack of love. Peace for peace. To our children, peace for peace. For forests, peace for peace. And for the courage to transform. Peace for peace. In truth and justice, peace for peace. And in the freedom, peace for peace. And in the beauty of loving you. Peace for peace. For a world, peace and for the courage to transform. Peace for peace, in truth and justice. Peace for peace, and in the freedom. Peace for peace, and in the beauty of loving you. Peace for peace, to our children. Peace for peace, for our boys. Peace for peace, and for the courage to transform. Peace for peace, in truth and justice. Peace for peace, and in the freedom. Peace for peace, and in the beauty of loving you.
Dear listener, we hope you are enjoying this because we are really touched by this very song. Alba, would you like to say anything particular in regard to the power of this song?
Yes, another dear song for us that is connected with our emotions. You know, when things are meaningful in life, it's because are connected with emotions, and in this case, it's a positive emotion. One of the first sentence, peace in the world begins with me. Meaning, if I want peace, if I want balanced home, if I want a peaceful environment, I have to start working on it. And the things, because although the song wasn't, the purpose wasn't specific for children and youth, we can't adapt the children and youth power songs. And this song awakened feelings of solidarity and affection, maternal feelings among all of us. And these feelings are going to contribute to the building of a better world. So we need to be an active part. We need to take responsibility of building a better world. So if we want a world that is peaceful, more harmonious in the future, and if we are adults in midlife, well, it is still time for us to start doing that, right? Because we're going to reincarnate, so we're building a world for ourselves in the future as a children.
Exactly, Alba. And Steve, I know when you were putting together this version, you had to tweak here and there to make sure that it's going to work. It was going to work in the English version. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, this was a very challenging song to work with. I think it also comes through, as you stated before, that this has a different feel and flavor from any of my other songs because this is someone else's work, and it's really based a lot on the Brazilian version of the song. To work with this, I had the Portuguese words and the English words, and I just wanted to make sure I had the phrasing so that the melody tried to work as best as I could, and I think it worked out pretty well. But it was challenging, and I did also reference an acoustic version that the author of the song did on YouTube, where it was just him and his guitar, and that helped immensely in my finding the right chords to fit what the band was playing in the other version that you had sent me. So this was a challenging work, but I think it came out pretty good.
It did. And Steve, would you like to say final comments regarding these songs for today?
All of the songs have been very special. These are probably a great selection of the types of songs that we do have done. Child of God and Let's Go being the first songs that I worked with the SSB on, and that was a great start and pleasure to work with. I Love Myself, a nice up-tempo affirmation song, and then this very nice, I think it came out nice, Piece for Peace translation song, which was great. Over the years, we've amassed about 14 plus songs and growing, and I think it would be time to collect these and try and put something together. I know we've said this from time to time. And in my new job in the IT world, it's especially challenging now. I barely have any free time left, but it's a project I want to have in the back burner still and try and share more of these songs with everyone.
That's all right. We look forward to that CD, Steve. And now, how about you, Alba? What do you like to say?
Well, I agree with Steve. It is really a beautiful opportunity to be part of this project of songs for children and youth. But I would like to give my final comment with using the words of Joanna de Angelis in the book Family Constellation, chapter 22, when she says that the presence of God in the minds and hearts of the children will always be a compass guiding them to safety and peace, which will be eventually reached in the future. So I believe with these final words of Joanna, I would like to conclude the comments for today about songs for children, spiritual songs for children and youth that are really a compass guiding the lives of those little ones and also for us as educators.
That's true, Alba, and we can't lose sight that our new generation really needs this and much more. So we really appreciate your presence, Alba, the work you have been doing, and Steve as well. Thank you so much for being with us at Kardec Radio today, sharing this most precious work that has been done at the SSB. Thank you so much, Steve and Alba.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure, and really enjoy the songs.
Now, dear listener, listen to Peace for Peace again as our way to dedicate our final prayer.
True love and greatness in our hearts. and for the courage to transform. Peace for peace, in truth and justice, peace for peace, and in the freedom, peace for peace, and in the beauty of loving you.
Thank you for listening to Kardec Radio, broadcasting live every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Email us and share your comments at www.kardecradio.com. Until next time, we wish you many blessings.